and today I am back with another video. Don't come for me. I know I have been absent for a very long time. I know it's been over at least 2 years. But I'm finna start back doing YouTube because I got to 800 subscribers and really just stopped. So I'm gonna keep pushing. That's one of my things to do for the new year that's coming up, 2024. To be back on my grind time. You know, I got a lot of stuff that's been happening over those 3 years. So this video is basically just like a life update. I do have some questions that I've written in this notebook that y'all might ask. I do be on Snapchat a lot. And I'm going to leave my Snapchat name down in the description box below. But I do be on Snapchat a lot. And you know the little Not Gonna Lie app. A lot of people ask me questions on that app too. I should have threw that in this video. I might end up pausing the video at one point in time, going to look at those questions and then adding those videos in here if these questions don't make this video long enough. But yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? How y'all be? I'll wait. I've been good. Life been lifing, period. It's just a lot of catching up I have to do. I might not do that all in this one video, but more videos to come. I have a lot to tell y'all. So, anyways, we're gonna get straight to the video. So, yeah. But before we get straight to the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I do have more videos coming out for you guys. We gon' be thugging on this channel. Do you hear me? Okay? Okay. All right. So anyways, let's get straight to the video. First question is, how has life been in the past years? So when I say by years, you know, I haven't been on YouTube in about 2 to 3 years. Life has been life, and like I said, it's been a roller coaster. It's been a roller coaster. So, for one, I think the last video I've made was my very first apartment. I gave you guys a tour of my very first apartment. Let me tell you something, baby. I've been in 2 other apartments since then. I know, Katerra has been lacking, but yeah, so I have a bunch of story times for you guys. I have a lot of story times for you guys. Life has been lifing. Your girl had a baby, period. So that kind of goes on to one of my questions that I do have. How many kids do I have? I have 1. She is 8 months. I had her March 29, 2023. Another question, am I still with the baby father? No, I'm not. We did not work out eventually. So, well, unfortunately, we did not work out. So basically, I'm, you know, like I said, life has been life, and it's just like I'm hitting y'all with bums. Like, I'm trying to let y'all know, period. So that's what's really been going on in the last couple of years. I've moved. The boy that was on this channel, me and him are no longer together anymore. He's not the baby father. I was talking to somebody else. Me and him, the one that y'all did see on the channel, me and him just split our separate ways. Yeah, we no longer don't talk. Actually, he has a baby. Congratulations to them, and I have a baby as well. I think our baby is like 6 months apart or something like that. He has a little girl, and I also do too. My little girl name is Elena, and y'all will see Elena on this channel. As of right now, she's in daycare. So yeah. What else been happening? I met new people throughout the years. I got close to new people. That's a whole nother story time to why me and them don't really talk anymore, because it was just a lot of drama and a lot of stuff like that. Like I said, I do have a lot of story times for you guys, so I'm going to be uploading more frequently because I do have a lot to tell y'all. Even though I don't like people in my personal business, but we as a family, period. So, yeah. Anyways, I answered that question. Are you still with your ex? No, we eventually broke up after like 5 years because things was just not working out. It was just a lot of stuff going on. I can also make that a story time. If y'all would like that story time, just comment down below. Yes, and I will give y'all that story time on why we didn't work out. But I really don't want to put a lot of story times in one video, especially my updated video. So anyways, what are your goals for 2024? So some goals that I do have goals for myself and for my baby. Like I told you, me and the father is not together, so I am a single parent. Not by choice. It was most definitely not by choice. But anyways, things happen. You know, you live and you learn and you just keep going. I mean, it's nothing I can do about that situation, but I know what I could do to make my child happy at the end of the day. So that's what I'm here for. I'm not trying to rekindle or rebond any relationships that I had in the past. Obviously, they was not meant for me because we would have never ended. That was just a sign from God. So basically, anything that happens, it happens for a reason, and that's my motive that I get from everything that happens, either it's bad or good. It happens for a reason. So with me, you know, with things that went on in my life, it happened for a reason. So you just take it and you run with it and you learn from your mistakes. I'm not saying my baby was a mistake, because she was most definitely not a mistake. She was a blessing, actually. But it's just a simple fact how things played out with that. And that's another story time for another day that I will tell y'all about. So plans that I have for 2024, most of you guys don't know, but I did post it on Snapchat and Facebook. Like in June of this year, I did get my LLC. I am trying to start a business. It's a lot of different businesses I'm trying to think of that I want to do, but I haven't actually I got my LLC and stuff like that, but I just don't know what I want to do for sure. But I have a couple of things that I do know that I want to do, but I haven't started, if that makes sense. So one is a clothing line. I do want to start like a mommy and me clothing line because I do have my daughter, my princess. I do want to start something like that, but it's like a lot of thinking that you have to get going. And you know, with me trying to be a full-time mom and working 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day, it's just like, oh my gosh. And then on top of that, when I had my baby, I had a work from home job. And you know, I was off for 6 weeks. So at my actual job, so I just started work from home, and then I just took over 2 jobs at once. So I was working like 14 to 16 hours a day. Then on top of that, being a mom, because my baby wasn't in daycare, didn't have to get her in daycare. It was just a whole bunch of stuff going on. I eventually let that at-home job go, and I just proceeded to work at the job that I was working before I had my baby. Yeah, let me tell you something. Like I said, life has been lifing, baby. Life has been lifing. But anyways, I'm grateful for everything, though. Yeah. So I did want to start a clothing line. I also looked into Airbnb. I do want to start an Airbnb business. Yeah, I just really like the idea of Airbnb. It has its pros and cons, because a lot of people might not book your Airbnb like out for the month. So it's like a hit and miss. You might have your Airbnb booked for the whole month, you might not. It's just a hit and miss with that, like whatever. But I do want to start me an Airbnb. I do want to have I stay in Arkansas for the ones that didn't know. So I did want to start me like my first Airbnb somewhere in Arkansas, and then start branching out to like different places. Also, I wanted to do I wanted to start a small vending machine. Get like 3 different vending machines and put them in 3 different locations. And not just, like, a lot of people might think I'm crazy for saying this, but my hair just came down. But vending machines, you don't necessarily have to have, like, snacks in a vending machine. But people do make a good chunk of change with, you know, just the snack vending machines. But I'm trying to think, like, outside the box. Like, I done seen a hair vending machine, a lash vending machine. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to think something like that. Think big. Yeah, I'm trying to think big. Yeah. So I was also thinking about that. I also was looking into house flipping, like a realtor house flipping. I actually did have a realtor helping me at one point in time. We were going out looking at houses, talking to people and stuff like that. I just feel like I was and at that time I was working my 2 jobs, and like I said, I was a full-time mom, and I was trying to get my baby in daycare and all this other stuff. So I kind of winged off of that, just kind of like how I did with YouTube. And I feel like that's my biggest thing. Like, I will start something, but I won't finish it. And that's another goal that I need to work on coming in this new year. Like, if I start something, just go ahead and finish it. Like, stopping midway with stuff. Like, even with the Airbnb stuff, I did research. I done got on people's Zoom calls. I done got into meetings. I done bought ebooks. I done bought all this stuff and knowledge, and talk to all these different people that's already, you know, in that industry, and pay for different stuff like ebooks and stuff like that, and still never just took off with it. It's just in the back of my head. Like, I need to stop doing that. Also, I wanted to become a phlebotomist and also an MA. If you don't know what MA is, it's a medical assistant. I was gonna go to school for it. Start doing all my research and calculating how much the school costs and all that stuff just for the classes, and never did it. And I've been thinking about this for 2 years, I know for sure, and still never did it. Like, I didn't talk to the people, teachers and all this stuff, and people that actually already been in the classes, and still never did it. So my problem is I will start something, but I won't finish it. So that's another goal that I have in 2024 to fix. Also, I was thinking of like an ATM machine. If you don't know, ATM machines, they banking too. Just anything with another source of income, you know, like anything with another source of income. Everybody like money. If you don't like money, I don't know what to tell you. But I like money, so I'm just thinking of ways, you know, to make that extra money or whatever. Also, well, actually, that's all I have. Oh, also saving money. I am very bad on saving money because I have a little girl too. Like, every time I go in the store, I go into the baby aisle. Like, she has to get something out of the store every single time. I don't care if I go to Dollar Tree. She got to get something. A pacifier, a bottle, a toy, something. And that's my problem. My baby don't need for anything, but I always feel like, oh, maybe she can have this, maybe she can have that. Like, I don't know. If you're not a parent, you're going to feel like that, especially if you're a mom. I'm trying to tell you, every time you go into a store, you're going to feel like you need to buy that baby something. Which is nothing wrong with that. Actually, I don't see anything wrong with that. Any other questions that I have? Do you have a current crush? I actually do, and I feel like that's another story time, but I do have a crush. Yeah, and we've been chopping it up or whatever, and you know, I haven't been in a relationship in a while since really my ex-boyfriend that was on this channel. Anybody like my baby father, I wasn't in a relationship with him. It was just like a situationship, and just stuff happened. Yeah. Anyways, that's another topic too. Another question is, how old are you? I am 22. My birthday is October 22nd, so this year was my golden year. Last year, I was turning 21, and actually, I was pregnant, so I wasn't able to slam my ID on the table. When I say 38 hot. But anyways, I had a gender reveal on my birthday, my 21st birthday, and I got my girl for my birthday. So that was the exciting part, though, about it. I was really mad because everybody was drinking and taking shots while I'm sitting in the corner on my 21st birthday. You see how people do you. Anyways, are you ready to be in a relationship? Yes. I feel like my whole life I've always had like a little boyfriend or like a little boo thing or something like that. I never wanted to be single, but I'm not finna keep settling for somebody that's not acting right. Don't care. So I'm gonna forever be single if that's what I gotta go through. No shade, but I'm just saying that's just me. Anyways, another thing. Are you with the baby father? If not, how is that going? I'm not with the baby father. It has its good days and bad days, and I guess that kind of ties into the question, how do you cope with single parenthood? So, let me tell you something. Being a parent, whether you're single, married, divorced, whatever, it has its good days, it has its bad days. And this also kind of ties in with, is a single parenthood easy? And any advice for single mothers? So basically, you're going to have your good days, your bad days. Just turn all those days into blessings. It's another day with your child. It's another day that you're breathing. It's another day that your child is breathing. It's another day. You know what I'm saying? You can't just think of everything bad. Like, oh my God, I'm having a bad day at work, and my child doing this, and my child's sick, and I gotta go pick them up from daycare, and this, and that. It's hard. It's not easy. At the end of the day, that's another human. So I just feel like how I cope with the situation, I just look at it as if it's a blessing. Like, God wouldn't have put me through anything that I couldn't deal with. If God knew I couldn't deal with being a single parent, He wouldn't have never put me through that. Simple. My pregnancy story, that's a whole nother story time, but that also ties in with that. Like, I did my whole pregnancy by myself. My baby father went to the very first appointment with me, and after that, he just stopped coming. So it was just like, if God knew that was gonna happen, but if He knew I couldn't handle that much pressure, He wouldn't have never put me through it. So I live and I learn. I keep going. I know I personally don't want any more kids because of that situation, but I mean, everybody's not the same. But I also don't want to risk it. But I also just don't know. I don't know. But the pregnancy story time, I do have that. I am going to make that a story time and let you guys know what happened and all that stuff, because baby, it's some tea. I'm trying to tell you, it's some tea. Any advice that I have for single mothers, keep going. You're beautiful. I mean, like, baby, you carried this beautiful child for 9 months. It's a blessing. Most people can't even carry a child at all. So for you to be able to carry a child for 9 months and blessed to get through the whole, process of delivering a baby, whether you had a natural birth or a C-section or whatever, I mean, just keep it up. You're doing great. Don't let nobody tell you different. We have no choice but to keep going, Any advice for people that want kids in the future? That's a good question, because you really can't say, watch you have people by. I hate when people say that. Only because a person would be so good to you until you have a baby or find out that you're pregnant, and then that's when you see their true colors. So you can't say, watch who you have a child by. You just can't say that. Now, if that person is showing you red flags before you even have a child, then that's on you. Then that's on you. But if that person is being the sweetest person in the world, doing everything, helping out with everything, and then boom, y'all have a baby, and you tell him that you're pregnant, and then he decides just not to be there, how am I supposed to watch out for that when he was good in the beginning? So that's one thing I do not like when people say that. Advice that I have, I mean, in my opinion, and I don't mean to, you know, in my opinion, it's just a risk. In a way, it's a risk. Because it can turn out good and it can turn out bad. In this time of world that we live in, dudes feel like they can do whatever they want to do when they want to do it. So in other words, if y'all have a child together, ladies, depending on the person he can be there Monday and Thursday, but don't have to be there Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Friday. I didn't even say that right, but yeah, like it's like they get to choose when they want to be there for the child. And for a mother, it's like you don't get to choose. It's just like mandatory for you, but that's not fair. So, I mean, any advice, keep going, baby. For the single mothers that do have kids, and if you do want kids, I don't know. Really, it's a sin for us to be having kids without marriage anyways. But then you can't even say marriage is going to stop him from doing what he doing. Like, I don't know. This world is crazy. I personally don't even have no advice for y'all. I'm not trying to sound mean or anything, but I really just don't have any advice. Because it's just this world that we live in is just crazy. You can get married, but he can still choose when he wants to be in the child's life. You can still go out and cheat and get somebody else pregnant. And then you can't tell me to have a child by the right person, because that person's not going to be the same person, you know, before I got pregnant. He's going to change. He's going to switch up, either for the good or for the bad. So, I mean, those are just my opinions. Baby, I ain't got no advice for people that want to have kids. That's just going to have to be with somebody else at a different channel. Because I don't know. Okay? I didn't want a child. I was only 20. You know, I had my baby when I was 21. So, yeah. I mean, hey. I don't know. But, anyways, I do have a couple of story times. I don't know if I'm going to record them today or some other time and just upload them for you guys. I'm at 23 minutes. I did get through my whole list. If it's any other questions that you guys may want to know on the life update, or any other questions that you guys just want to know in general, please comment that down below. I will also leave my Snapchat. I don't be on Instagram, but I mean, I'll leave all my social medias down below in the description box below. The Snapchat, the Instagram, the Facebook, the TikTok, all of that. You guys follow me, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and stay tuned for more